Another episode of Top 5 Live. Excuse these
Oh man.
trying to say nice things. Excuse these Negroes for giggling. Episode 63. Tonight's episode we are doing a top five black famous actors. I feel like this list is about to be good because I'm sure we're not going to have the same list.
Yes.
We might have like two or three people that cross over, but I think to a degree we're going to have wildly different lists.
I don't know how y'all gonna have the same number one, man. I'm just saying.
We'll get there. So we're not talking. I thought we was gonna have a guest on, so I guess we're not talking about the stuff that I thought we was talking about tonight.
Morgan.
The one thing we talking about is what I put on the post the other day because everybody and their mama had something to say.
All right, go ahead, man.
It's not in a bad way. And next week we will have Tyler Forrest Martin on, and we will be probably arguing, but in a constructive way, hopefully.
We'll see
about the recasting T'Challa conversation again.
I'm out of that.
We will be talking about that. A post that Tyler made earlier, and we had a private discussion. It was a good and productive one. And he said he was definitely down to come on to talk about it. So we will have that discussion here because I do think what he meant, and it came out in the wash of the conversation. But what he was saying, I do think is true, needs to be said. But I don't think it connects to what he posted about. And
that's going to be me the whole time.
That's fine. That's fine.
I don't think you can compare Thaddeus Ross to T'Challa in any way. I don't think that's a discussion.
I agree. See, that's what I'm saying. I'm trying to stay away from it. Just hold on. So we will be discussing that, and we will also be discussing the She-Hulk hatred because Tyler is definitely holding that banner and running with it. So we're definitely gonna have that discussion.
It's such a weird hatred.
Yeah, well, I mean,
it's so weird.
It's gonna be a good conversation. That's my bro. I'm sure he can drop some gems and insights from the projects that he's working on because we know he is my guy does have a live action joint in progress for his series The Antagonist. Him and David Crownson, and shoot, I might see if I can get David on here too.
He was in that conversation too, yeah.
That'd be extra spicy, but that's for next week to let everybody know, and that will also be our first week over with Agents of Geekdom. So I still got a lot of work ahead of me this week. I'm gonna walk into the but that's not here nor there. So let's get to. I don't want to talk about Kanye. Okay, so I'm going to do my best not to talk about Kanye because Kanye is not exactly the reason he is the reason I made the post, kind of.
It was like the third word in the post. More, how can you not?
But it wasn't the point of the post.
Go ahead and talk about it, man. Go ahead, man. I feel like you got something to say on it.
The point of the post is what I said, and I will read it. That way, it makes it a little bit easier, and I don't have to go chasing tigers on people's toes. Okay, so in my post the other day, I think it was yesterday, I said, I'm begging black media to stop covering Kanye. Seriously. He's on his own BS as it is. Then the mental health and super narcissistic issues amplify his existing nonsense. Using it for loot at the detriment of your people and culture is wild. That is the post I made the other day. So that comment is not really about. It's not really. So it's about Kanye, yes, but I'm more so talking to black media and why the freak we are putting Kanye on the platforms at this moment, and it's multifaceted. But I also am very thankful that Nori, I would say, would we say Nori's a legendary rapper? I mean, where do we classify Nori at?
A rapper.
Okay. Noriega, for those who don't know, former rapper. I'm not sure if he still raps, but right now he has a very successful podcast called Drink Champs. He allowed, for those who missed it, which I'm pretty sure is nobody, but Kanye went on the show earlier this week and made more anti-Semitic and Candace Owens parroted statements. I think Nori was a perfect example of this because what I asked for, I didn't even know about. Like, I don't know if I knew. I think I knew about the Nori thing, but it was before he did the apology when I made this post. And the apology is the epitome of what I want to talk about because Nori, for those who missed it, I'll see. We can post things to the show notes later, right? Like after the fact, like if I want to put a video in there, stuff. Okay. And I'm sure I could do it here. Give me a second. Let me close this door.
I think when it comes to, I didn't know that you were directing it to black media. I think when it comes to that, it's different because I would rather black media be the ones talking to him. I would rather it be Jamel Hill, what's her name, Reed, dang on Charlemagne. I would rather it be black media that was talking to him than him just going on any other news outlet and saying what he's got to say, because I believe, like we saw with your boy from TMZ, like they will, black media is gonna at least try to hold him accountable, right?
I mean, you look at this. Can you focus? Or the topic that you want to talk about?
You know what I'm saying? I'm focused. I didn't mean to stop your point. I didn't mean to stop your point, Danny.
No, I was done with the question. You
okay? So I understand where you're coming from, but the reason I'm saying black media specifically is twofold. One, and I'll go back to the Nori example. Nori said when he came on to do the apology on the Breakfast Club, and I will put this in the show links later. He said that when he came on, when Kanye walked on the set, he told Nori's producer when he walked in, if you guys cut the camera, I'm going to walk off. Not really. That he told the producers that. Nori knew about it when he was getting ready to do the interview. So Nori should have already known. Now, before Kanye got there, Nori should have known he was going to say some nonsense because he's been saying nonsense for weeks, right? He should have known that, but he didn't trust it. I'll come back to that in a few minutes. Kanye comes on, he makes that statement. Nori knows it when he goes into the interview, so Kanye starts spouting this nonsense. He's spouting it. Nori's not stopping him. You know what I'm saying? Nori did say that they don't edit video. So, that interview, Kanye was there for at least 2-3 hours. Most of them watching Drink Champs know that show runs for a while. And, he spouted this nonsense, said all this stupid crap that I'm not even going to get into because it's pointless. And Nori didn't stop him. After the fact, once the flat comes, now you want to apologize and say you're sorry. And I'm not saying he's insincere. It was a stupid thing to do in the first place.
To have him on the show is stupid?
Yes.
I think it is a stupid thing to have him on the show if he says, you guys, if you cut off the show, I'm walking. Because in my mind, if you're telling me that, then you about to say some crazy stuff. So correct. I would rather not be associated with that crazy stuff.
But he should not have been on your show. Period. He already has been on some stupid stuff for the last few weeks. He literally had just went on the shop. And Mav came out and said, we're not airing that episode because he was spouting nonsense. He put it out as a public statement. Everyone knew about it, including Nori. That's why I said I'm going to come back to that. He should not have had him on the show. The reason that he's more wrong is because when he was giving his apology, he said the reason that he let things continue is because of what Kanye said in the beginning. And he said
that's stupid though. You got to shut it down though.
he said he did not want a baby moment. Meaning when Baby came on the Breakfast Club, got at Charlamagne and them, said what he said, and then walked off. He said he didn't want that moment, which goes directly to my post. If you're going, Kanye's been wilding, which is why you had him on the show. There are two reasons I know that for a fact that's why you had him on the show. One is what I just said. Two, he posted that night saying, I have more views on this interview than we do on the football games right now. He posted that proudly on his Twitter account. So my problem with having Kanye on your show is, as black media specifically, is twofold. One, you're doing it's threefold. One, you should not be doing it for it possibly being a detriment to your people. Two, you shouldn't be doing it for a detriment to yourself. Three, you shouldn't be capitalizing off of somebody else's crazy. So it's three. The entire reason you had Kanye on that show is because you knew he was going to say something controversial and you knew it was going to get you views. That's why you had him on there. You've acknowledged it already. Then when he did come on the Breakfast Club to apologize, Charlamagne said, I told you 2-3 days ago not to do it. I said, it's not worth it. He said he told him that 2 days ago, and Nori immediately acknowledged and said, yeah, you did say that. He said, yeah, I did. He said, I told you twice, right? So there was no excuse for Nori having him on the show. But to me, in this instance right now, any black media, any black platform should not have Kanye West on their show unless they're going to keep control. It doesn't mean that Kanye saying this stuff is free speech. If it was free speech, then you wouldn't be parroting what somebody else is telling you. And we know the culprit. Danny said it earlier, I think today, saying that she's a supervillain. Candace Owens has been running this man for the last who knows how long. But what we do know for fact right now is that when he made his notorious rant at TMZ, guess who was there? Candace, sitting right beside him when he was giving that little rant. You couldn't see her because she was sitting quietly while he was going back and forth with Van Lathan. She doesn't in the main clip. She never speaks. That's why there's a lot of people didn't know Candace was right there, but she was sitting right there the whole time. And the reason I knew
just now,
exactly the reason I knew Candace was there was because when Kanye started talking about when Van corrected him, Kanye immediately went to, well, what about all the violence in Chicago? Why do Black Lives only matter when it's police doing it and we never stand up for it when it's us killing us? Candace has been using that lame talking point for the last 2-3 years at least. Larry Elder uses the same thing. That talking point has been exhausted within Republican circles. Okay. One, because it's a lie. Saying that black people only get mad when police officers shoot their loved ones is retarded, and it's also a lie. It's not true. It's never been true, and it's still not true to this day. Black people have been protesting in their own communities or rallying or doing drives and talking to gang members. That stuff's been happening in neighborhoods across this country for years. It's never stopped. It just doesn't get the media coverage like the police do because the media is going to cover what they know is going to be incendiary. There's nothing incendiary about black people killing black people. Nobody cares about that. But if a white person kills a black person, everybody cares about that. That's just how it goes. Again,
exactly what Derek just said.
what?
Kanye, I don't have no sympathy for Kanye or Candace, and I don't think that it's mental health. I don't think it's anything. Anybody who is saying these things is saying them because they chose to say them. And they're trying to reach an audience to for me it always goes back to the money. They're trying to reach an audience so that they can, you know, get paid by that audience. And that's just the function of where we are in America right now. If you can get in with a certain audience, you can get that money from them. If you can get them to trust you, you can get them to buy your stuff when it's time. And
I agree.
I also think very, very, very simply, I disagree that black outlets should have Kanye on.
Okay.
Jatovi's right where I am. If you gonna have Kanye West on, when he gets into his lunacy, you got to be like, well, and then push back on him.
I agree, but that's why right now you shouldn't. Right now,
but
you
why
should
wouldn't
not have him on.
if what? But I'm
You don't
saying
think you don't think Jamel Hill would challenge Kanye on his?
Jamel Hill would not sit down with Kanye West.
But
Just
the
like
point he's trying to make, that's not the point. The point he's saying is that if you,
there's a reason they won't. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
I get, but that's what I'm saying. Like if you're going to do it,
but
if he's going to be on, he's going to be on a platform. He's going to be on somebody's platform.
It doesn't matter. He should not be. That is my point of the post. He should not. Black people that have built their own platform should not bring Kanye West on their show right now. And it's for the 3 reasons I said before. You should not exploit. You should not want to gain credibility, money, or anything else off of the crazy of Kanye West. We talked about this privately in the group. People can believe what they want. I'm not telling you, again, I'm not telling you that Kanye's not saying this stuff because he doesn't want, I'm not telling you that Kanye's saying the racist stuff because
Kanye believes
got
it, dude.
Bipolar
he
stuff.
Just believes it.
I don't even think
dude, you listen to me.
Why would you?
We gotta stop this. We gotta stop.
Years.
Why
you think you don't believe it?
Wait a minute.
Hold on, sir. Hold on.
Because he is a contrarian. He will say whatever it takes to be on the other side of
for a second.
No,
I want you to stop for a second. What you just did right there is the problem that black folks have with this dude right now. Is we keep trying to find some reason to excuse or because we just if I'm just hold on, I'm saying to you, this dude believes what he is saying, and you're like, nah, and I'm like, yeah, he believes it. You don't just start saying that stuff unless you believe it.
Unless you are easily influenced by people who stroke your ego. Right?
You gonna say it for
you
10
don't have
years,
to believe it. You don't have to believe it. But I think it's very clear, right?
You saying something for 10 years that you don't believe?
People do that all the time. Politicians do that all the time. Kanye West has made his entire career, especially the last 10 to 15 years, off of being a contrarian, which goes directly to his narcissism.
There's a difference between being a contrarian and racists aren't contrarians; they're racists. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like they're not just saying it to be opposite. Like they are racist, dude. Like I understand that he is a contrarian. Like I'm not saying that he's not a contrarian, but what he is saying is destructive rhetoric, and
which is why you shouldn't have him on your platforms.
Okay, but I'm saying if you're gonna do it, you got to get at him. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to get at him. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying I would have him on my platform, but if I was like, hey, yo, we're gonna have Kanye on and he's on, I'm not gonna sit there like Noriega did. I'm not gonna sit there like Noriega did and was like, oh, really?
I would have been in his grill immediately.
That's what Nori does. I mean, but that's what Nori's platform is. Like in all of the Drink Champs episodes that I've seen, he's never been a journal. Like he's not asking the hard. He's not asking hard questions.
Journalist. He called himself a journalist when he went on the Breakfast Club to apologize.
They sitting there drinking, and they're talking about life experiences.
He said,
and he's letting people talk. That's how he does with everybody. That's not the same thing as going in asking specific questions to get answers that people want to know. It's not the same thing.
That's not. Look, I'm not here to destroy Nori. I'm using him as an example of what shouldn't happen.
Saying that. What I'm saying is there's a difference between that and going on The Shop with Maverick Carter, and they're having a conversation that's about something. Every episode,
I wouldn't even use The Shop. I wouldn't even use The Shop.
Not even The Shop, because that's entertainment.
I would say that it's not like he was on like The Daily Show where he was being interviewed by Trevor Noah. You know what I'm saying?
He went on with Chris Cuomo last night. So he's still on the tour. My entire point is, which I believe you guys understand, because I don't disagree with you. If you're going to have Kanye West on, you need to be pushing back when he says something stupid, racist, or any other stupid thing that you know isn't true, right? I'm not here to debate Kanye West's mental state. That's a separate conversation altogether.
Yeah,
right?
but the point we are trying to make is
It's not.
you're calling him a contrarian.
He is
right?
a contrarian.
Right, but you're using like, okay, he's a contrarian, but what he's talking about now has nothing to do with him being a contrarian.
Yeah, and being
that's what we're saying. It's the same mental issue. It's the same
like
mental health thing.
If you're a contrarian that's always on contrary to your culture, like if you're contrary,
right?
Always,
I don't know about that,
always what your culture wants. That's not a contrarian. You are on a side.
Right.
You pick the side at that point.
Yeah, yeah.
No,
that's the point we're trying to.
Okay,
that's the point we're trying to make. Like this ain't got nothing to do with him. What he says on there talking about George Floyd was killed because of fentanyl and all that. That's not a contrarian. That dude believes it.
I do not disagree with you. I did not say that he.
But that's what you told us.
I did not. That's why I was trying to explain to you why I said why that's why I said I'm trying not to go into his mental state and his issues. That's conversation we had in the group, and we both agreed that we understood where each other.
But that's not what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about mental health right
all
now.
Connected.
But that's not
conversation.
It's not connected. I'm sorry, dude.
Okay.
There's an organization for people who are bipolar who have come out and been like, yo, y'all gotta stop saying this dude, y'all gotta stop blaming this dude on him being bipolar.
That's why I'm trying to stay away from that conversation, but you were steering it there. I don't know why.
I wasn't steering it there. I wasn't. The point that me and Danny said is he believes what he is saying. That's literally all we said. Yes. Danny, do you agree with me on this?
Yes. That's
what you shook your head no. And then you said he's
I said I don't know that he does. I said I don't know that he does, and the reason, and I started going that because I'm saying he's a
right. That's what we're talking about. That's what we're talking about. You're back on track where we are.
Why you trying to blame the black woman, Morgan? Why you trying to blame the black woman?
I'm trying to read a comment.
Hold on. What Nori did was give K West a platform about ignorance, about being challenged. That's why he got flat. Cuomo pushed back on his crazy. This is what should always happen. Bet. I agree with you.
I have not seen the Cuomo interview.
I didn't see it either.
I don't disagree with that, Jatovi. All I'm saying is right now, what Nori did was dumb, but he.
I agree with Derek.
What Nori did was dumb, but he did it to make money at the exploitation of his culture, Kanye and himself, and he should not have done it. And the other black platform right now. That was the point of my.
But that's the difference in what we are saying, though. I'm saying that if you're going to do it,
no, I disagree. Yeah.
Okay. Well,
I'm saying that there are black platforms that he could go on that could challenge him in that way.
Charlemagne bringing him there.
If we understand,
Charlemagne would have Kanye on.
If you
no, stop. Listen, I hold on. There's the disconnect is you're saying don't do it. We're saying if you're going to do it, and what Danny is saying is that there are black platforms that would push back on what he's saying. That's all we're saying. I think Danny and I agree that you shouldn't do it. But we're talking about if you're going to do it, this is what you should do. Well, by the way, I agree with Derek. Kanye, Herschel Walker, OJ, all the same dudes.
Dang, OJ murdered OJ. I don't know.
Well, you know what I mean. I mean the mentality, like the mentality. You know, this we riding with this political set for whatever reasons they have to. They believe it. Whether you got to believe it on some level to continue to do it for the amount of time that they do it. Because if you listen to what Kanye West is saying, he believes it. Like it don't sound fake. That dude sounds like he believes it.
How do you get to this? And Morgan, this is my question to you. How do you get to Kanye West's level of influence if you are easily manipulated as you say he is? If he is as easily influenced one way or another, how does he get to this level and still be consistent over 15 years. Like, how do you do that?
Well, that's what I'm saying. We're going into his mental health conversation. I'm trying not to.
I'm not
We
even close.
We had the conversation privately in the group. I can go into it, but that's how.
You saying that he's easily influenced because of his mental health issues?
How many times can I say it? You were in that group conversation. You were on that thread, right? We did discuss that yesterday.
I don't remember you saying that he's easily influenced because of his mental health issues.
So how is that not? So that answer doesn't suffice?
I don't understand how. Like, I don't.
So do you believe that people, I mean, we're assuming that he's bipolar, right? Or manic. I think he's manic. I think he's manic.
That's what I said. See, that's why I might as well just go into it because there's no avoiding it at this point. It keeps getting brought up. Danny, you were there.
Well, no, Danny's question.
I sent you a video. You watched it, right? Or did you not watch it?
I don't know.
I sent you 2 videos. Okay.
I think his question is, do you think just because he's manic means he's more easily influenced? Is that it was a question? I think he's a question. Okay.
Yes.
I don't agree with that, but I think I just don't think, like, I have met manic people. Like, I've dealt with people who are bipolar. Like, they're
but it's not gonna happen. Roland would invite him, but I don't think Kanye would go on there.
Their mental state doesn't make them like racist. Like, I just don't like you.
But that's why you're conflating 2 things. Do you see what I'm saying? I have never said once that he's saying those things because that he's being racist because of his mental health. I have never said
when we say he believes
that. Wait, just let me finish. Can I finish real quick? In the group chat that we can both go back and look at, all 3 of us can go back and look at, I very specifically said he is not saying the racist things because of his mental health. Can we agree that I said that in the group?
Okay, I'm agreeing with you.
You agree that I said that?
I agree that his mental health has nothing to do with what he's spouting.
Agree that I said that in the group.
Okay.
No, I don't agree with that.
I'm agreeing with you. I'm going to agree with you.
If you're saying that he's easily influenced, if you're saying that he's easily influenced because of his mental health, and Candace is influencing him to say the things that you say that he doesn't believe, then you are then saying.
I did not say I did not say he didn't believe
it.
I said I'm not sure whether I'm not sure he believes it. That's what I said.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
Okay, so we agreed that he's a narcissist, right?
You're right.
I hope so. I don't know.
Well, I mean,
you had a whole conversation.
No. I mean, I'm saying we've talked about this before. We agreed that he's a narcissist.
I know.
I can agree that she's appealing to his narcissism. Now, I think she's absolutely appealing to his narcissism, but I don't think narcissism can be appealed to the level that they are switching up to the level that Kanye has switched up to.
It's happened with Trump multiple times.
Bro.
It hasn't?
Show me
I've never
where
seen
Trump
a narcissist in my life than Donald Trump, and I've seen people.
Yeah, but nobody's come in and been like, "All right, Trump, like now you're a racist." Like Trump has been racist. Was Trump ever not racist?
Trump will walk into an interview and tell you he's the least racist person you ever met. That's an exact quote.
Yeah, but what does that have to do with him actually being racist, though?
You
understand what I'm saying?
Yes. But what I'm telling you is what you were just talking about before you said that. What you were just talking about before you said that was a person that's a narcissist, right? The point that I believe you were trying to make is that a person that's a narcissist isn't just that easily played or swayed to one side. Is that the point that you were going to make?
It's not what I'm saying. I'm saying to the degree that Kanye West's global viewpoint apparently has been shifted. Like you don't really see to that degree. He has to believe that he has to have believed that I honestly can believe that Kanye West
We
has
agree on
always
that.
thought.
We agree on that,
Hold
Kevin.
on. I work in the field. Kanye West exploiting the idea and narrative to use that to speak his mind. Okay, cool. I agree with that. Totally agree with that. But I think Kanye West has always believed what he's saying now. I do agree that they have they are appealing to his narcissism to kind of push him to their side. But he's I believe Kanye West has always believed that slavery was a choice. Like I honestly believe he always believed.
What in the past? What in his past albums? Let's go with the first three, right? Late Registration.
Dude, I'm not gonna go off an album for what I'm talking about him as a person. He's always said
in his past life.
Okay, all right.
What
I'm not.
this
is defending Kanye West. This is the fucking problem. No,
you just said you always believed it, but you don't have any evidence.
I said I can believe. I said I can believe that he has always felt this way. I can believe because it sounds like something that he might say.
That wasn't why he got fired, Kevin.
This is my point. We keep looking for these. Well, he was swayed by. Nah, man.
That's not what I'm doing. Be true at the same. That's the reason this conversation sucks, and that's the reason I didn't want to go into it. That's the reason I didn't want to do it because people act like two things can't be true at the same time, and that part is irritating in this conversation, which makes it almost not worth having. Which is why I tried to stay on my point of black media platforms should not have Kanye West on their show. I agree with you guys. If you do, you need to be pushing back his nonsense if he says any. We agree there. Let's drop it because there's nothing else we're about to agree on. Because y'all either you're not listening, you don't want to listen.
You got to stop telling us that we're not listening. I hear what you're saying. I said
either.
But I'm just saying that's not a part. It's not a part of it.
Or we just don't understand.
All right,
listen.
I understand what you're saying. I disagree with you, Morgan. If I'm sitting here telling you, hold on.
Yesterday, we had this conversation and came to the same understanding.
No, we were talking about mental health, dude. We were talking about mental health, and I'm making the point. Stop. I'm making the point that this dude believes what he is saying, and you're telling me no.
I did. Stop saying that.
You didn't say that?
No, I said I know that he does. That's what I said.
All right.
And I said that 3 times since it first came up.
All right. I mean, it's not on video, but
I know what it is.
Roll back to the tape and find it. You
always shook your head. Danny, am I imagining it?
I know what it is.
Go ahead.
Kanye West, he drank the Boost for breakfast, the Ensure for dessert. Somebody ordered pancakes and he just sipped the scissor. That right there could drive a sane man berserk. Dang it. That's exactly what happened.
Listen, man, I told you, I'm done talking about Kanye. I said it in the thread. I said it to you guys. I could say F Kanye West at any point in the week and probably be accurate because there's something he said. At some point, we got to stop saying mental health, contrarian, influence, all this bullshit.
He got to take responsibility for.
There goes stuff. What again? I'm saying that at some point we gotta literally stop saying that. We gotta stop because every time somebody talk about Kanye West, they bring up, oh, he's got mental health or he's a contrarian. We always looking for something to justify what this Negro is saying.
And the reason I said there we go again is because you're going back into
what? Okay, what am I saying?
Maybe when you say we, you're not including me. Because if you are including me,
you just called the man a contrarian when I pointed out to the fact that he's already.
Is Kanye West a contrarian? Is Kanye West a contrarian?
No, that's what we're saying.
Kanye West is not a contrarian.
That's what we're saying. We're saying
you see what I'm saying, right, Danny?
If you believe the thing that you're saying, you're not a contrarian. You're not just saying the thing that's.
I don't think he understands what contrarian means. I don't think he really does.
If you believe the things that you're saying, then you're not a contrarian.
All right.
That's Devon's whole point. He believes those things, so he's not a contrarian. You don't know that he believes those things, so you see him as a contrarian. But Javon is saying that gives him escape. That's giving him an out.
How
we have to say,
how is that giving him an out?
Okay,
because you're saying that you don't believe that you don't know if he thinks that, if he believes that. So he's just saying what's contrary to popular belief. He doesn't really believe it, so he doesn't have to own up to it. No.
Can I? All right, this is what I'm about to say. All right, I'm going to make sure Morgan understands what I'm saying. All right, Morgan. All right, I want you to get me. All right. What I am saying about Kanye West is very simple. Every time people talk about Kanye West and something crazy that he says or does, in whatever description or wherever, they always bring up, well, he's got mental issues and or you know, or his mom died, or they always put some sort of qualifier in there. They always do it. Look at it. Go, just look through social media. And they always do it. Even right now, when we were talking about it, and I made the point, this dude believes what he is saying. I said it, and you're like, nah, he's a contrarian. And I'm like, yeah, to be a contrarian is just somebody who's always got to say the opposite of something else. That's not a racist. That's not somebody like somebody who he believes in these philosophical things. He believes them because he's been consistent with it from Jump Street. He has never wavered in this. He's never wavered. Every time he talks about something that has to do with black people, it's always on a negative slant. Or like it's not really, it's black people's fault or X, Y, and Z. He does not take responsibility for what he says. He don't care. He believes it and he ain't got no problem. He follows the blueprint that old boy you just brought up, Donald Trump, does. He's following the same blueprint. And my point, the only point that I have always had about Kanye West is when you talk about Kanye West, don't bring up mental issues. Don't bring up him being a narcissist. Just take him for what he's saying at face value. That man believes George Floyd died because of fentanyl. F him. He ain't trying to sell no album off that joint. So that is the only thing I'm saying.
That's the crazy thing is like I keep waiting for him to be like, all right, my album's out.
Right.
He's just not doing it. Like
we gotta stop. As black people, we want to defend him. We want to. Like, I feel like black people, we want to defend everybody black. People still defending R. Kelly, still defending Bill Cosby to this day.
To this day.
And nobody wants to just be like, you know what? Screw you. We want to find a reason to, well, he's got mental issues. Nah, man, bipolar people don't just be racist one day and then not racist the next day.
It's tough, bro. It's tough because
you gotta stop that, man.
It's tough because of the community that we're in, and we do want to desire to take care of each other.
And I get it.
Most of us do. We want to take care of each other, but there's some harmful people in the community, and I think we're at a point where we have to. No, we don't have to ostracize people, but like there's a trend going on TikTok right now where like somebody's saying, I'm supporting everything. I'm voting for everybody black, or I'm something for everybody black. And then they'll show Candace Parker, and then they'll show, Barack Obama, and then they'll show Clarence Thomas, and then it'll be like, like
right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
it's
tough, but
it's like, look at Candace Owens. Candace Owens has nothing like we don't quantify or qualify when Candace Owens does something crazy. Nobody's like, well, she had a rough growing up, or nobody does that.
Nobody's saying she bipolar. Nobody saying
right. Nobody says that.
She's not a contrarian. Nah, she
when Herschel Walker talks, don't nobody be like, that man got CTE. Don't nobody do that. But for some reason, every time Kanye West talk, we gotta talk about mental health.
It's something wrong.
Every time, dude.
It's
something legit might be wrong with Herschel.
Something legit wrong with that dude. But
he been hit one too many times.
But listen,
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, Morgan. So if it doesn't apply to you, don't take it personally. I'm just speaking broadly.
Hey, BJ said it. Kanye said he don't read books.
I believe it. I
That should
believe
change
it.
everything you know.
I believe it.
Agreed 100%.
All right, y'all want me to do my list first?
Go on, let's do it. Go ahead. Let's do it.
I'm gonna go ahead and tell you.
Oh, wait. We got an intro. All right, so I got it. Morgan need a minute. That's okay. We doing top 5 most Black famous actors. Right? It's celebrities, but it's actors. So it's not like singers and nothing like that. All right?
Yes. Now,
I bet. So
I think that my list is weird, first of all. And y'all know how I do.
Yo, Kevin, you stupid.
So I was trying to find a way to put Kirk Franklin on this list for real, but he's not an actor. But I think he would definitely be an honorable mention. All right, so my number 5 is going to be controversial, but I think y'all will understand when you hear it.
All right.
My number 5 is Michael Rapaport. Michael Rapaport is not even a black man. He's not even a black person.
Damn it, Danny.
But I think he's more famous in the black community than any other community in the world. So he's going on there. It would have been Gary Owens, but I don't think Gary Owens is popular. They are already. Number 4, Clifton Powell.
Okay.
That dude has been in a lot of movies, but I don't think a random white person would be able to tell you who Clifton Powell is. Number 3, and this is where we get to, are they famous or are they black famous? My number 3 is Monique. Monique has an Oscar, but I don't think she's famous. I think in our community, Monique is a superstar. She's somebody that we talk about all the time, but I don't think she's famous. My number 2 is probably y'all's number 1, Nia Long. Nia Long, the people was fighting over Nia Long last week, a couple weeks ago. Black people was going at M.A. Udoka last week, last couple weeks because of Nia Long.
As they should have been.
And my number 1, this is y'all probably gonna say I'm cheating, but the Wayans are my number 1.
What?
The whole Wayans.
No, dude. No, man.
Listen, I'm saying the Wayans.
You know what? I'll wait.
I'm saying the Wayans because I think pretty much any black person over the age of 30 can name at least 5 Wayans. Whereas I don't think a regular white person or Asian person.
Yeah, but you can't. If you're gonna say the Wayans, I think white people know who the Wayans are.
The Wayans family. I don't think they know.
White folks know who the Wayans are.
I think they know one. They might know one.
But then they know who the Wayans are.
No, they don't know the Wayans though. The Wayans family has done some stuff. The Wayans family.
I don't quite agree with this, but
I'm
gonna go.
As
Marlon Keaton.
Marlon, Keenan, Damon, Sean, Kim.
All right.
Oh man.
All right. I'm gonna go. Morgan he look like he still need a minute. I'll go.
It's okay, Morgan, man.
It's all right, Morgan, man. So we just disagree sometime, man. It's all right. No biggie.
Every week.
Every week. That's no big deal. I told you I didn't want to talk about this, but we there now. All right, I'm gonna go. All right, number 5. I don't think there's many white people who know who Loretta Devine is. I would be real with you.
That's a good one, man.
I don't think there's many white people that know who Loretta Devine is.
But we know.
Who is Facebook user, man?
We definitely know.
Who's Facebook user? Get your fucking tired. All right, stop. Number 4. Robert Townsend.
Yeah,
I think
that's a good one.
I don't think you could, if you asked a random right person to ask what about him he gonna be rude. He gonna replace us.
Look,
okay, all right. Yeah, man. Shut up, Kevin. Let me finish.
That's a good one. Robert Townsend is good.
Robert. Number 3, Nia Long. I got her on
you got
there.
Nia Long at 3?
I got Nia Long at 3, man.
Oh man.
Honestly, the whole Ime Udoka thing really showed 2 Americas.
Yeah,
because I feel like white folks was like, "Who the hell is Nia Long? Who was that?"
Understand.
I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get why you black people are so angry. All right, number 2. This might be my controversial one. Morris Chestnut.
Morris Chestnut?
I don't think Morris Chestnut is like famous. I think he's more black famous.
I wouldn't put him over Nia Long though.
I don't. Yeah, well, I mean, like if you ask a random person, Angela Bassett, shut up, man.
Angela Bassett is famous.
Angela Bassett.
That's what I knew this list was gonna come down to. It's really gonna come down to like who you consider.
Now, number 1. Now, this is what I'm shocked that y'all don't have number everybody, because all black people know who this man is, but I promise you can't find 5 white people that know who this person is.
Uh-oh.
Leon.
Come on now. Not in 2022.
Leon?
Yes.
You talking about from 5 Heartbeats?
5 Heartbeats, Temptations, Waiting to Exhale. Who you get? Find me 5.
I'm mad that you just said his first name like he don't have a last name.
But that's what he go by. He go by Leon. Do you know his last name?
I didn't know. Like Kyron said Leon to me, and I was like, I don't even know who that is. So
you know this.
I know.
Here to see you, Otis.
I know who it is.
No idea who the hell. I have no idea.
You don't know who
Leon is.
Dude, have you seen Temptations?
I'm done. I
wouldn't put him at number 1. Not
Come
Leon
on, Morgan. Come on, Morgan. Get back into it, man.
What's his name? Ain't
nobody angry, man. Huh?
Leon Robinson or something like that.
Leon Kennedy. Oh, I guess last name is Kennedy. Who the hell knew?
No, I think it's.
If you've seen Waiting to Exhale, if you've seen the 5 Heartbeats, if you've seen the Temptations, you know who Leon is. If you've seen Above the Rim, you know who Leon is.
He pulled the gun out on your boy.
No, that's not Leon. Leon is the old dude that came in and won the game.
Oh yeah, he came in with the
with the corduroy pants.
Yeah.
That's Leon is, which also featured Michael Beach. Michael Beach. Shit, who the hell is Michael Beach? Yeah, everybody Google it. Michael Beach. Like,
my number 1 is really controversial. Only because I think
Michael Beach.
My number 1 is controversial only.
Old boy from Soul Food.
Yeah.
Oh,
I know. I didn't know his name. Like if I don't know your name, I can't even put you on the list, bro.
That's what I'm saying. My number 1. I don't know if.
Go ahead, man. Give us your 5. Give
us 5 through 4 first.
Number 5, Regina Hall. Regina just got to the point where, like for my list, you'll see. Regina Hall is my number 5.
I think Regina Hall is famous now. Like you said, she probably
you
just
said
got
now,
famous.
Oh.
Yeah, today is the day. Today, 2022. I think Regina Hall is famous at this point.
I don't know if again, because this list still comes down to whether or not white people know them. You know what I'm saying?
You know what? I might agree with Morgan there. I'm trying to think of a really successful movie that white folk would have watched that she was in.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think white folks really know her.
Scary Movie?
Yes, you would have seen her in Scary Movie. You might have seen her in like if you ever watched Boys in the Hood. I'm pretty sure wasn't she?
No, she wasn't in Boys.
Regina King.
King was in.
Oh no, that's definitely 2 different people.
No, I'm saying, but
I mean, she was on the Oscars for like a hot second, but I don't know if they know who she is.
I don't know why America knows who Regina Hall is. I don't know if they do or not. I don't think they do. Number 4.
That one's shaky. So I know the rest of your list gonna be shaky.
Number
That
4.
wasn't shaky. That was a good one.
Number 4, Omar Epps.
Okay.
There's no world that white people know who Omar Epps is on the level that they should. But in Black America, for Black movies, you definitely know who the freak Omar Epps is because he's in some of the most legendary Black movies that exist in the world.
Okay.
Number 4. Number 3, Morris Chestnut. I'm not sure that, again, in the Black community,
that's what I'm saying. He's a superstar. Yeah, he's a superstar.
You know who Morris Chestnut is if you Black. White folks, you might have known him from what's the show he had?
Yeah, he had a TV show for like 2 seconds.
Yeah, what's the show he had? He had the heart issue. I used to watch that crap. I just can't think of it.
Yeah.
Rosewood.
Was it like
Rosewood? Yes, Rosewood. Yes.
Yeah, but
I 5 times, John.
Morris Chestnut is my number 3. Again, I don't think white folks know him.
That's a good one.
Number 2, Tay Diggs. White folks don't know that.
No.
They know him from Waiting to Exhale.
Dude, he was in Private Practice for years.
Man, they don't know.
Wasn't he on
That's a Shonda Rhimes show? She was. Yes.
Wasn't he on House?
Tay Diggs is. He was on New Girl.
No, Omar Epps was on House.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Tay Diggs. Yeah, they know who Tay Diggs is.
No, they don't, bro. They might know who Tay Diggs is now because of All American. Because that does.
But that's what I'm saying. He's been in 2 like shows that white people watch, dude.
Yeah, but that's.
Private Practice ran for like 8 years, man.
If they knew him, it might be because of how Stella Got a Groove Back.
No, I'm telling you, Private Practice is a show that white people watch. And
I told you it was gonna be on the line, bro. Like I can switch somebody else in. I can switch somebody else in. It's not a problem. You know what I'm saying?
That was your number 1.
Number 1, Regina King. That's
ain't no
that's
way.
my number 1.
Ain't no way, sir.
Bro,
yeah,
come on
absolutely.
Come on,
ain't no way, sir. Regina King does not belong on this list. Sir.
Yes, she does.
She just won an Oscar. Dude.
I know, but you said just.
But she was in Watchmen like 3 years ago.
I know, but I'm telling you, she was already Black. She's been Black famous her whole life. She just now got exposed to white
She ain't Black famous no more though.
She's the voice of Boondock.
I know. It's been a while since. It's been a while since Regina King been Black famous.
I'd say she ain't been Black famous since 2008, 2005, something like that.
Been a minute, dude.
Hey, I don't know what you want me to say.
I told you
somebody else.
I was gonna put Jasmine Guy on here.
That would have been better.
It's too late now. Okay, like there weren't really many guardrails or parameters. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I told you. The whole list was going to be on the line. I told you that because I don't know whether white folks know these people.
Your first three is solid, but
I don't know if people know who
in the past 2 years.
Bro, if Morris Chestnut's on the list, you can't say Tay Diggs. I mean, come on now.
Tell me something that like a lot of white folk watch that Morris Chestnut.
Rosewood.
No, bro, that movie, that show had 1 season.
No, it didn't. It had like 3 seasons. I watched that show religiously.
Still, I don't think a lot of white people watch it. Or would have had 5 seasons.
I don't think they had a big.
Give me a second. I'm about to look it up because y'all
can. I mean, Morris Chestnut is like he's for Black, especially Black women. Like they know and love Morris Chestnut. We know him.
Of course, Black people. Of course, Black people do.
He's right. He got canceled for a reason. I need to look at his resume.
Oh, that show was good. I don't care what y'all say.
I can't think of nothing on Syndicate.
I'm trying to think of something that he was in that was like, but maybe Boys in the Hood at the very.
Yeah, Boys in the Hood would be as Boys in. I mean, for our classics, Boys in the Hood, Best Man.
Yeah, those are our classics, but.
Yes, but that's what. So okay,
I'm agreeing with you on him.
I'm gonna look up Tay Diggs. Hold on.
I give y'all Morris Chestnut.
I had him on my list.
I'm gonna look up Tay Diggs.
Tay Diggs, nah, bro. Tay Diggs,
definitely not Regina Hall. Definitely not Regina King though.
Yeah,
Regina King.
No,
not bro.
Regina King.
It's too late,
bro.
It's on there.
Sorry, Regina. That's not even close, man.
It is.
This dude, Tay Diggs has been in Chicago, Rent.
What do you mean, like as a recurring member or something?
No, dude, he's in the movies. He's
Bruh.
in the movie.
Bruh.
Don't you want me to?
He said, "What do you mean?"
I'm saying
He's like you said, he's an All-American. He was in a
Larenz
Muppet
Tate was
movie
close.
called.
Lorenz Tate was close.
That's a good one though. Larenz Tate is a good one.
If this was 12 years ago, Larenz Tate would make the top.
Lorenz Tate still on that list. White folks don't know that dude.
He ain't as famous as.
That's what I'm saying. That's how I looked at the list. You got to be like really, really famous. Like I think the younger generation now, they don't know who Larenz Tate is.
Yeah,
they might know him from
who
Power.
Regina King is.
Nah, they don't.
You think the young generation don't know who Regina King is?
It's possible. I don't know.
They watch the Boondock.
We don't know. See, that's what I'm saying. This list is extremely subjective. Like, there's no.
Paul Mooney's a good one. Paul Mooney's a real good one. Bokeem Woodbine. That's different. They might know his face.
I was gonna put Jasmine Guy and Kadeem Hardison on.
Bokeem Woodbine been in everything, dude. Bokeem Woodbine was in the
I was about to put Marlon Wayans on here.
Oh yeah. I didn't know his name was that.
That's what I'm saying. They might know his face, but they don't know his name.
Yeah. Lynn Whitfield.
Okay, that's a good one. That's a good
Boris
one.
Kojo.
Boris Kojo. He's
like
I said,
really.
He's literally in ladder 19. That's a show a lot of white folk watch, man.
I don't think he's famous enough to make either list.
Boris Kojo?
Wow.
Yeah,
damn,
I don't think so.
Damn,
Who's the one from Criminal Minds?
Yeah, Boris Kojo it was on SWAT. No, that's not Boris Kojo. The other pretty boy dude, Shamar Moore is on SWAT. I'm telling you, Boris Kojo is on ladder 19, man, on ABC. That's a nationally syndicated show. Like,
I don't know nothing about that, man.
They know his bald head. They know that dude.
Yeah, they know.
Who else did I have on my list?
They know them too. I ain't.
Hold on. Let me see who else I had on my list.
Let me put the list back up.
I had Makai Pfeiffer.
Makai was close for me, but I said, well, 8 Mile. I don't know.
8 Mile.
Yeah, but
I was like, 8 Mile.
You know what? That's why the song too, and the whole movie.
8 Mile might have did that in, bro. Like, Danny, your list is completely disqualified. You put Michael Rapaport on there.
Yeah, I don't get that one.
It's a dub.
Michael Rapaport's not black famous.
Michael Rapaport is not black
famous, dude.
What? We didn't say they had to be black. We said they had to be black famous.
Come on,
bro. There's a whole bunch of white folks we could put on here if you want to talk about being black famous.
Yeah,
we could put Eminem on here then.
No,
Eminem is famous.
Wood Harris is a good one too. Wood Harris is a good one, but I don't
Eminem
think
is famous.
I don't think Wood Harris. I don't think people know his name.
Yeah, Gary Owens and Michael Rapaport. People know their name. Like, black people know those names.
Cut it out, bro.
Do we though? You can't have Michael Rapaport.
They know him more than Wood Harris.
Bro,
I bet you more black people know Michael Rapaport and Gary Owens than Wood Harris.
But I bet if you ask those black people to name a movie that Michael Rapaport was in, they would struggle.
They got none.
But they know who he is though. That ain't famous.
It's about being the most black famous, dude. You're missing the point. Like
I think if more black people know who you are,
name 5 movies Michael Rapaport has been in.
I don't gotta know more.
But can you?
I couldn't.
That's the point of the exercise.
That's the
point of the exercise that we're doing, though.
No, I'm just saying. I think fame is more people know who you are, right? Not like I don't know. Like I couldn't name. Let me see who Wood Harris is. Let me see if I can.
Wood Harris. He was in Above the Rim. He was in the.
Yeah, but if you don't know that person,
he was in Creed.
He was in Creed. Yep.
Oh my God! The guy that plays played on The Wire.
Wood Harris been in a lot of stuff. Yeah, that's good.
But I don't think they know. Like, I don't think if you ask them who his name, if you just said, you know who Wood Harris is to like a 25-year-old, they might be like, yeah, I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
Now, if you be like, hey, do you see such and such?
Yeah,
they might be like, okay.
What's your guy from the black guy from Fringe? What was his name?
I don't know.
Thing on Lance something.
Oh.
Broyles.
What are you talking about?
He's always like the creepy black dude in the hat. I can't think of his name, so he couldn't make the list. But he's another one. See the list.
Is Javon looking at a shooting star? Nah, man. NBA started.
NBA.
I'm multitasking.
9 o'clock. 9 o'clock.
Remember the Titans? Yep, he's remember
Oh,
the
man.
Titans. He's everywhere, dude.
John Amos? No, not John Amos. John Amos is
yeah, but we said living though. Wait,
yeah,
John Amos still alive?
No, he did pass a few years.
I didn't know that. He's Commander Zavala on the game Destiny.
Which one of y'all said Morris Chestnut? You know,
me and
I can give you Morris Chestnut, bro.
Why?
Anthony Anderson.
Bro.
People know who Anthony Anderson is.
People know who Anthony Anderson is.
Okay.
But more once again, if you ask a random white person who Morris Chestnut is, they might not know.
That'd be sad though.
They might know his face. I say this, they might know his face. I've seen him somewhere before.
Oh shoot. Did anybody say Blair Underwood?
I knew John Amos was still alive.
Hey, Blair would have been a good one right there, bro. That would have been a good one.
Nah, man.
I think people know who Blair. I think white people know who Blair Underwood is.
His name is well known. Yeah,
I think people know who he is. Hey, the poll is up, y'all. The poll is up in the group.
I knew John Amos was alive.
Hey, switch Michael Rapaport out for Blair Underwood for me.
Nah, dude, you can't switch out. This will just be another.
If you can switch, I'm about to switch too.
Y'all need to stop the switching.
Nah, you definitely need to take out Regina King, bro, because that's
a bad one though.
No, it's not.
A bad one.
That crap is
terrible. Dude. She just won an Oscar, man.
Like literally last year.
How you put somebody who just won an Oscar?
You got Monique on yours.
I don't have Monique
10 years ago. Monique won her Oscar.
I don't agree with Monique on his either. I think white folk know who Monique is.
I don't think Monique is a bad choice.
I think white folk know who Monique is. No, I think they know
Monique is a bad
Precious.
choice. Blair Underwood.
And she had that controversy that that went on forever.
It was a controversy to us.
White folks will give a crap about that.
It was exactly. It was a controversy to us.
No, man,
not at all.
I would Shirley Ralph. Not anymore though.
Yeah, not
due to Abbott Elementary. No, that ship is
I thought about Shirley Ralph, but I opted for Regina.
That ship is.
He's the voice of the Boondocks.
Even Issa Rae, like Issa and Quinta, like they don't even make the list no more. They famous now.
Oh, I was about to say, don't do that with Issa.
I know. I was trying to see where you were going with this.
They famous.
I was about to say, don't do that.
What do you think about somebody?
I really
like
want to put Jasmine Guy on there, huh?
Like Felicia. Come on, man.
Felicia Rashad.
Somebody like Ving Rhames. Is Ving Rhames famous?
That would work.
That would have been work. Yeah. I think we know.
I thought about putting Michael Clark Duncan on there, but is he dead?
No, he passed.
He died.
Yeah. Lisa Ray was almost on here too.
Yeah, I almost had Lisa Ray on my list.
Morgan, I'm surprised you didn't put your boy Keith David on your list.
Who?
Oh, I love him. Keith David.
Plays
Keith
on
David. Tales from the Hood.
King David. I know who Keith David is.
Keith David.
I was like King David. Who is that?
Nah, that would have been good.
Keith David would have been a good one.
Keith David.
People know his voice more than they know him, though.
Definitely know his voice.
Although he was in The Thing, but they don't know him by name.
You know how long I lost my thought. Jesus. It's because I'm trying to multitask too.
Yeah, you're right. Ving Rhames was in the Mission Impossible movies. You're right.
Yeah, that's true.
You're right. He might be past
that. Don't mean they know his name.
And he's like he's
the only black dude in it though. He's literally the only black dude in the movie.
He's been in every.
He's in one of them though.
He's in the majority. He's in more of them than any other.
I don't think he's missed one.
No, he wasn't in.
I don't think he has. I think he's been in all of them, bro. He's always been.
You know what? Guy. He guessed. He was in it for one of them for like 2 seconds.
He's always been his tech guy.
No, remember in the one with old girl's wife. What is his name? The singer.
What?
The singer. What's the singer? White guy. Lost Without You.
Robin Thicke. Oh, the one with
Robin Thicke's wife. When
Paula
Patton, the one with Paula Patton, he was in it at the end.
Hey, Paula Patton would have been good for the list, honestly.
She barely black famous now, though. I'll be real with you.
That's true. But she's still fine.
Who is Tyron Turner?
I don't know. I was gonna put Marlon on here too. Richard T. Jones, I almost put him on here.
Richard T. Jones is a good one. That's a real good. That's the dude from The Best Man, right? Not The Best Man.
Yeah,
The Wood,
yeah.
right?
The Best Man too.
He was on The Best Man.
I think I'm pretty. Yeah, hold on. Let me look it up. I'm pretty sure he's on The Best Man.
No, he wasn't. He was in The Wood. He bald, right?
He was in the Tyler Perry movie. I know that.
He was in Why Did I Get Married?
Why Did I Get Married too?
Yeah.
Oh, Old Boy from Why I Get Married is a good one.
What about Malik Yoba?
That's a good one. But I don't know if he's really black famous anymore. Not like he used to be.
Yeah, definitely not like he used to be.
I'm thinking of people who like black people know their name.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Some people I didn't put on there because I'm like, I don't even know if that person. There were people y'all named. I was like, I don't know them.
Y'all know Leon.
Nah, you know all my people. I know Leon when I saw him.
Yeah, we know your people because they ain't black famous. You lie. That's why we know your people.
You lie.
Danny.
Come on now.
You got a firefighter helmet? Here, come here. You want to say hi? Come say hi. Come here.
I want to have that conversation, but I think it's too hard.
What conversation? Say everybody say happy birthday.
What's up, Hansel?
Tomorrow.
Happy birthday tomorrow.
Tell them how old you want to be.
21.
4.
What? Happy birthday, man.
4 years old.
Wow.
Happy birthday, man.
Happy birthday.
I'm gonna be a big boy.
I'll be a big boy.
Yeah.
You gonna learn how to drive this year?
Yes.
That's what I'm talking about.
I'm gonna drive mommy's car.
And my mommy's car, but not in your car.
No, not my car. That's right.
Yes.
Right.
See, I'm driving both cars. You got me effed up.
You got like.
Buy you your own car.
All right, go play. All right, tell Dad to loan. Hey, Kevin, I'm gonna need a loan. That's if I'm gonna give him that money, you send it to him as a birthday gift.
Terrible.
Yeah, send it. I'll send it right back.
All right, y'all. I gotta get out of here. I was waxing Tiana's floors.
What conversation did you want to have? Give me my pencil back, please.
I don't have anything.
3, 2. What conversation did you want to have?
I'm willing to talk about the Kanye thing, but it would have to be its own conversation. But I don't even know if it's possible because I just don't think. I don't think. It doesn't seem possible to have a constructive conversation about it.
I'm gonna switch over to my phone so I can go over there and finish cleaning up.
Which conversation though?
About Kanye. I don't think it's possible to have a constructive conversation about it. It doesn't seem like it.
What do you mean? Like when you say constructive, like what do you mean?
That doesn't end up with drastic misunderstandings.
I don't think there's a misunderstanding between you and I. Like I understand where you're coming from. I think you just disagree with me, and that's okay. I'm okay with it.
It seems like it. It's very because things that I did not say. Oh, that's why when we were talking about it earlier, I was like, bruh, I can't believe this is happening. Because we literally talked ad nauseum in the thread yesterday and got clear on it. So
I understand what you're saying. I wasn't really speaking all the way directly towards you. Once again, my entire thing is
who is this?
I mean, I'm not that's Danny. Why is he trying to come back in? Like, I'm not really like getting at
Facebook user.
I don't know.
I know I'm trying to get them to say who it is.
I feel like what my whole point has always been about as a whole. Like, you got your hat?
But we don't disagree. That's the reason why I'm like, bro, we live now, and now
No,
Like,
you
what's
said
going on?
that you don't believe his mental issue has anything to do with what he is saying, right?
No. Wait. Say it again.
You don't believe that his mental issues have anything to do with what he is saying.
I don't think he's saying racist things because of his mental issue.
That's what I'm saying.
No.
That's what I just said. Right.
Yes,
And
and that's what.
we agree there.
Yeah,
And
that's
when I
my
was,
point.
but my point was, I feel like people are always trying to push the goalpost to find another way to explain what he is saying.
But that's what I'm
So
saying. I
if
don't.
it's not mental issues today, is, well, he's dealing with his mom, or he's stressed out because of his kids, or and I'm not directly speaking about you.
I
Let me
know,
make
but
sure.
I know. But what I will say, and this is where I think the conversation gets parsed. People act like things can't be true at the same time. Like, I don't think it is a lie or find or looking for an excuse to say, for example, the point that I was making earlier, right? If somebody, y'all were saying you don't, so I thought yesterday that we agreed he is a contrarian, but it doesn't seem like we did.
I don't remember us ever having a conversation about him being contrarian.
Me either. You were
I'm,
talking
I
something
had
else
it
about that.
yesterday in the thread when I was talking about narcissism before I sent the bipolar video.
Y'all, that was a long thread. Y'all were talking. Y'all were going back and forth.
I hear
So I
you.
missed a lot
I'm
of
just
it.
telling you.
Y'all,
I hear you. I'm just telling you that I put it in there. The conversation
Okay.
about him, because I said him being a, because
Excuse me.
I said he, one of the ways that you can get him is to gas him up. So
Okay.
what
but
Candace has been doing, because, and the reason it came up is because Danny sent me the thing on Twitter about him buying Parlor, and Candace's husband is has the parent company. He owns that parent company for Parlor, right?
Okay.
So when
Feisty fan.
what's good, Feisty fan? So when he brought that up, is when I was talking about, Candace has been gassing him up this whole time. You know what I'm saying? Because she's been gassing every big incident where he came out saying something crazy, stupid, or racist. Almost all of them, Candace is there, literally in the flesh, not somewhere else, literally in the flesh with him, right? One of the easiest ways for her to get to him. He's already a narcissist. And narcissists are pretty easy to sway if you stroke their ego. That's why I said we've seen Donald Trump do it in real time, or at least I have. I've seen him do it in real time. I've heard people give interviews about them doing it. It's the same thing. Kanye had the same issue. The whole reason he looks up to, whatever way you want to put it, with Kanye and Trump. Kanye has respect for, and all of these things, Trump, because of the narcissism and uh Trump not backing down off of those things. Anything that Kanye could connect himself to be a savior of sort, he's gonna do. That's one of the reasons he'll get on stage. Like, one of the first controversies I remember Kanye getting in was when he got on stage and was talking about, like, comparing himself to Jesus, and like talk about he was gonna do a book, like some type of book or something. It was freaking nonsense. You know what I'm saying? But that's the first time I heard him say it, and then people started connecting with Illuminati and devil worship and all this stuff. Ye is buying part of the song by Candace and something. Yeah, that's what I was just saying. I didn't mean to do that. Let's see. Michelle,
but he's
it's
still
good to
Hold on,
good
though.
to talk to you.
I agree with everything you're saying about them inflating his ego. Like, I'm with you on there. So understand that I agree
Okay,
with you on that.
so if you follow me to this point, if you follow
Okay,
me to
I'm
that point,
following
right?
to you.
Okay, so if you follow me to that point,
Tyler.
so the part about him being a contrarian, that's what I'm talking about. That is where you can gas him up. If all Candace is doing right now is telling him, oh, like when she's talking to Kanye privately. Oh, Tyler,
Hey man, we waiting for it, man.
Next week is going down, bro. I can't wait.
I'm stretching on that.
I cannot wait. It's going down, bro. I already announced that you coming on. You know what I'm saying? We definitely getting at it next week, bro. She-Hulk and T'Challa, we chopping that thing up.
I'm out the T'Challa conversation, but I'll be in there for that She-Hulk one.
All right, so
I made a promise to the viewers.
All right, so let me not, before we get off track, the contrarian thing, you're with me right now. All Candace is doing is gassing him up. All she has to do to Kanye is say, "Oh, well, you know this," because he's in a space that he says he wants to free think and he supports free thinking, right? Okay. Charlemagne is 1,000,000% right when he said what he's talking about free thinking is not. He's literally parroting what somebody else said. He's 1,000,000% right, right? All Candace is doing is putting ideas in his head and then telling him, yeah, they don't want you to think like this because that's what everybody else said. That's what everybody else does. That's what everybody else.
Can I pause you right there, though? Can I pause you right there?
Sure.
This is what I'm talking about. When you said something right there, which is where Danny and I are. This is where we disagree. You said that Candace is putting ideas in his head. And I'm saying that is just another way to shift responsibility away from Kanye.
Is it still that if it's a fact?
But it's not. But this is what I'm saying, that
he's saying verbatim what Candace says. Verbatim.
Okay.
So then, again, if he's saying something that he doesn't believe,
I didn't say he doesn't believe it. I didn't say he doesn't believe it. I can't stress that enough. I did not say he doesn't believe it. I said I don't know if he believes it or not. You're saying that you know he doesn't believe it. I'm saying I don't know that he believes it. I said I don't know whether he doesn't.
I think that if you say something for 10 years, then you're supposed to believe it. Like if I say for 10 years that I love my wife, you're supposed to believe me that I love my wife, right?
There are people that have said they love their spouse or whoever for over 10 years and done things contrary to that the whole time.
Can I give you an example? Hold on. Go ahead.
If I do something to me saying that I love my wife, who's responsible for it? Me, right? I'm held responsible for doing the thing or making the action that's contrary to what
But if I did not take blame off of Kanye for what he said. What I'm telling you is what Candace is doing to.
Wait. Hold on. So you genuinely believe that Kanye is being fed this stuff? And
I know it because he's literally saying
Let me finish, Morgan. Okay. Let me finish. You believe that he's being fed information
on brand. This is exactly what I'm saying.
This is what I am. Okay. I'm trying not to get y'all frustrating me. This is a grown man. Okay? I find it, how about I put it this way? I find it difficult to believe that she is feeding every single thing that he is saying and that he's just parroting it back. And I'm not, because I want to hold this man accountable. And we're not holding him accountable if we keep saying things like mentally unstable or
I disagree.
He's just, let me finish. He's being parroted. He's just parroting information that he's had. That is not holding him accountable. That is just another way to be like, you know what? It's not really him. It's Candace Owens. Or it's not really him. It's just a mental instability. That's my issue.
Can I bring up an example?
Go ahead.
The people that stormed the Capitol on January 6th, right? The people that broke the windows and went inside and said, hang Mike Pence and all those things. Was it their fault and Trump's fault? Or was it just Trump's fault? Or was it just their fault?
It was their fault and Trump's fault, but they went to jail, though.
But
wait. Hold on.
Wait. Okay, so you're saying you said, now what you just said, Danny, is that it's both of their fault, but they went to jail, right? All right. So to you, you're saying it's both of their fault and they have a consequence that they're paying for what they did.
Yes. Yes.
Kanye right now is also paying similar consequence.
Yes. No, he's not.
Oh, he's not?
No, he's not.
Did he lose his deal with JP Morgan Chase?
A deal? They just made me.
What did you say?
They just made him take his money out the bank.
What about the deals that he's lost since he said the crap 2 weeks ago and being barred from using Twitter?
Whose fault?
Is that a consequence?
Okay. Are you not saying that? Are you saying that it's not his fault, though?
No. Danny, how in the world are you missing this? I literally just gave you an example. I said on January 6th, the people that broke into the Capitol,
okay,
whose fault was it? Was it just those people or was it them and Trump?
Kanye is the influencer in this. Kanye is Trump in this. Kanye, do you agree that Kanye Kanye is a bigger celebrity than Candace Owens, right? It's something. It doesn't hold as much weight as when Kanye West says it, right?
It depends on the audience. Yeah, it depends on the audience.
So it's like what it's like is like the difference in somebody's ear.
I agree, Aaron.
Whispering in somebody's ear and speaking into a loudspeaker.
Why can't he be mentally unstable and he is responsible for making the choices he does? Saying he is mentally unstable. That is exactly what I'm saying.
I'm waiting for y'all to finish so I can talk. But y'all let me know when y'all done.
I want to make sure this is clear with Danny. He's already said that, given the example of January 6th, that both are guilty, but he's trying to say that Kanye is Trump in that situation. In this situation, what I'm talking about between him and Candace, he's not Trump. Candace is Trump because she's the stuff that the people on January 6th were saying, and the reason that they were going into the Capitol, they were doing that because of what Trump was saying.
But they believed it, though, right? But they believed it, and they showed that they believed it through their actions.
They said they believed it, but then when they get in court, they said they didn't, or they didn't know what to believe. Right? They've said both.
But they showed.
I understand that, but I understand that. None of that absolves them for their actions. I don't care whether they got tricked or not. That does not. If somebody gassed you up to get into a fight with somebody, you fought them and you killed them in the process. It's both of you, or like you bullying somebody and they actually commit suicide. It's the person that committed suicide's fault that they committed suicide. Nobody forced them to do it. But they were influenced by whoever was telling them whatever. There's fault on both sides. Nobody's absolving Kanye of anything that he's done just because he was influenced by somebody else. Just the same as him having a mental health issue doesn't mean that him having a mental health issue doesn't excuse his behavior. But it also works the other way. They both are true at the same time. That's the biggest point I'm trying to get across. Both can be true at the same time. Y'all are acting like it can't.
No, we're not acting like that. We're saying that we're tired of him because of his mental health issues. Okay, so
at this point, who is excusing Kanye?
It sounds like you were. That's why we were.
There's no way. See, that's what I'm saying. There's no way that you got that I was giving Kanye an excuse. If you did, it's because you're not listening or you don't want to. At no point have I absolved him for anything.
It's because when we asked you straight up, you said, I don't know.
I said, I don't know whether he believes. If I said I don't know whether he believes in what he says or not, that does not mean I'm taking blame off of him. I don't know. I'm not his mind, right? I'm not a computer that can read his mind and know what he means and what he doesn't mean. I don't know. I'm not saying he does believe it. I'm not saying he doesn't. I literally don't know whether he believes it or not. You're saying because he repeats the same behavior over time, that means he must believe it. And I'm telling you, I have plenty of examples in other walks of life that prove that that's false. People do stuff all the time on a regular basis, and it doesn't mean they necessarily believe in it. They could default to those actions.
Javon has his hand up.
I know, I saw it. I apologize.
No, you good. I was just waiting for y'all to get it out. Finish saying what you got to say. All right. Okay. I want to go back because you used the Trump example about the Trump is Trump at fault or is the people who stormed the Capitol at fault? Trump bears some responsibility, yes. The point I'm trying to make is that nobody is saying the people who stormed the Capitol did it for anything else other than Trump said do it. Nobody.
Whoever says I agree. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to interrupt you.
Okay. Nobody's talking about that. Nobody's saying that at all, right? You get what I'm saying? Like nobody brings up mental health or contrarian or anything about. Nobody does that with them. Now I want to go back. I want to make sure
with the Trump storm, with the Capitol storm.
All we say is they're Trumpers. Basically,
people did bring up mental health issues with that situation.
No, they tried to bring up mental health issues.
Other people brought it up too.
Who?
Brother, they're coming. Now you know who. Don't do that.
More than okay, but once again, the source is important, right? You get what I'm saying? The source is important. The source of who these people saying this is important within the context of what I'm saying.
Okay.
Now, I'm not saying I want to say something. Y'all had a little back and forth about you saying X or you saying his mental instability or whatever as a way to absolve him. My issue is not about absolution. My issue has always been about justification, which is two different things, right? Absolution is basically taking responsibility away. Justification is, well, he's doing this because of this.
Is that justification, or can two things be true at the same time?
Okay, once again, his behavior, his erratic behavior is you can explain that you can say, okay, yes, that's why he's manic and the way he's talking and everything. Okay, cool. I'm with you. But that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about his philosophy and the words that are coming out of his mouth.
Yes, but
that we agree. But that's the justification. But that's what I'm saying. When Kanye West comes out and says something crazy, that's what I'm talking about. When people come out to justify it using his mental instability or using word like contrarian.
I haven't heard anybody do that in months. I have not.
I must just start screenshotting stuff, man. Because you can't say that. You can't say that, dude. Come on, man. You can't say that. You can't say that, dude. It happens every time. It happens every time he talks. Literally. I'm gonna help you out. Why can't he be mentally unstable and is responsible for making the choices he does? Saying he is mentally unstable does not mean that he should be not held accountable. We are talking about his mental instability. And I'm saying we should not be talking about it because that is not the point. The point is the things that he is saying, not the way he's saying them.
No,
you get what I'm saying?
I understand what you're saying, but you can't take the mental health aspect out of it if it's
absolutely
contributing to why he's saying it.
It's not contributing to it. If he wasn't manic, he'd still be saying crazy crap. He just wouldn't be saying it as crazy.
Then
he would still be saying it.
So why hasn't he? So his Kanye's ascension. Before he got to the place that he's at, right? Let's start at those first 3 albums. Had you ever heard Kanye West say anything near what you're hearing right now?
So I'm gonna say the same thing that you just said to Danny. There are people that have been in love with somebody and love their wife for 10 years and then switch up. And I've already used the instance that he has been hanging around a certain set of people. I'm not going to name names, but we know who they are that put him around a different group of people who have a certain philosophy that they follow. And he's taking a shine to it. He's agreeing with that philosophy.
So you're saying that there was a change, or do you think that he always thought that way? And
I said that I'm saying that he believes what he is saying.
right
and
now.
he's probably believed it for a while because he's consistently been saying it for a while.
But the point I'm trying to make on the opposite side of that is what I just asked. During his ascension before he got to this level, had you ever heard Kanye West say anything near any of the stuff that he's saying right now?
No, but he's always had a sense of being manic. And I'm telling you that you just made the point that people can switch up and people can change philosophies. I'm agreeing with that sentiment. You can change philosophy. Jay-Z had he lived a hood lifestyle for a long time. He switched up when he got famous, he got money. He switched up when he moved in different lanes. You understand what I'm saying? He switched up. It happens. People grow, people evolve, de-evolve, whatever you want to call it. Hold on. The wrong tree is barked up, right area, but wrong tree. Mental excuse is not an excuse. What he's saying is, in doing is wrong, period. Period. We didn't hear it because he didn't have the platform. That's true too. He didn't have the platform that he wasn't rolling with the Kardashians before. He was, the irony being he was a lot more black famous back then. He was way more black famous back then. I didn't say he was more black famous than he is now.
Look, this conversation comes down to, I think the biggest divergence here is that we view excuse differently.
I'm not saying excuse. I'm saying justification.
If a serial killer has somebody that studies their life and childhood and comes up with the pathology for why they ended up becoming a serial killer, they can explain pretty well, and then explain to the serial killer or not. Maybe you don't explain to the serial killer, but maybe the serial killer later, like let's say somebody at the BAU comes up, they get to know this person, they look at their life, they go through everything, they come up with a theory for why they ended up doing those things, right? The serial killer has never talked to this person, doesn't know them from Adam, but the serial killer at some point gets interviewed and says almost verbatim what the person that studied them said. Does that absolve that serial killer, or
using the word?
Okay? Does
Danny use it? I did.
Does that justify the serial killer?
No, but once again, I'm just talking. Hold on, though. But I'm just talking. If you want to say his behavior is manic and has to do with his mental health, like how he's talking and everything like that, I'm right there with you. I will agree with you on that. I will agree with you. But I'm not talking about that.
But the other part, the part that I think we're on the same page there. The part that I think that you did not say that is there for me, right, is that if he's manic, like you agree he's manic in the way he's displaying it. What I'm saying is, if in these times where he is manic, it makes it easier for him not to stop himself or listen to somebody else trying to stop him from doing something that will be destructive to him, others, or whatever else. Like that literally is part of a state of mania, is that you do things that you make decisions that you would not otherwise have made if you were not in that mania.
That's fine. Once again, that's action.
Is that true?
Yes, I'm not disagreeing. I didn't disagree with you before. I'm talking about
it's not
what
an excuse.
I'm talking about what he is saying. What? I am no longer talking about how he is.
But there's no point for us talking about what he's saying, because we both agree the stuff that he is saying, he's not saying the racist. His mania is not making him be racist.
Okay, so
and we've agreed on that this whole time.
That's fine.
So why are we talking about that right now?
Because I once again, I didn't say it was directed at you. I was saying that
I'm talking in general.
Okay, Oh, excuse me. What I'm saying is that when we're talking about what he's saying, we shouldn't even like, okay, for instance, let's talk the interview that happened with such and such. I don't care about how he was acting. I
You talking
don't.
about with Nori?
Yeah, with Nori. I don't give a
Okay.
crap about how he was saying it. I care about what he was saying. And I'm saying that when many times, a lot of times, when people start talking about what Kanye West said, they always have to throw that little caveat in there, like, well, I know he has mental issues and everything. And I'm saying we gotta stop doing that. That's literally all I'm saying. We gotta stop doing that. We gotta stop, because it's
That's a
using.
fact. Danny, I know that's got to be Danny. That I literally sent him a video. Yes, did you watch the video?
No, I didn't have time. I'm sorry. I didn't have time, man. I got work to do. I'm sorry. I don't have time. I didn't have time to do it.
That might not be a bad point right there. Now,
What? I mean, listen. I think at a certain point, Kanye West because I don't think he's stupid. I think at a certain
he's
point
not.
he realized that he's losing favor with the Black community.
And
But
when he does, what does he do? Because we've talked about this.
he's making a conscious effort to say the things that he's continually saying. Actually, what he did, in my opinion, is
Go
when
ahead.
he found himself falling out of favor. That's when he did that gospel album.
There it is. Okay, right. So again,
And once again, and throughout that gospel album, and I didn't hear the album, but I many people who talked to me about it. He's begging for forgiveness and stuff like that. Like there's a little bit of begging going on, and there are a lot of people that want to go, well, he's going through stuff and he's da-da-da-da. And it is just another way to find a way to make excuse for.
See, that's what I'm
him
saying.
saying
That is the part where the disagreement comes, because I just
we're
do
just
not
gonna
believe
disagree.
it like from a spiritual level. That's where the conversation is on, like, and I'm not gonna bring the spiritual part in. That's separate. It's a good point because it's related, but it's not. That's a separate conversation. That I think that's where the part is. That's where the disagreement is, because the use of the word excuse, and you said that you didn't say was it vindicate?
Absolution. I don't.
Absolution. Yeah. Dressing how
No,
he
that's
is.
Hollywood, dude. That's Hollywood. They just crazy. That's just
Dressing how he is.
I'm just saying, like,
Hey,
how do you? There's a lot of other celebrities out there dressing the same way. What excuse do we got for
that's
that?
fact. But look, I'm not even. To me, again, I told you yesterday in the thread, and I'll say it here since
I get where we have the disconnect, and I'm okay with having the disconnect. I'm talking about me personally. Whenever I see somebody, well, Kanye West said this, man, he crazy, man. He got and they start talking about, being bipolar and everything like that. And I'm sitting here going,
I'm not seeing those posts no more. So they must have
I see it all the time, dude. I see it all the time.
They must have changed my algorithm. I don't see anybody making excuses for this dude at this point. Everybody's like, man, F this dude.
Because you can only do something so many times before people have to go, all right, like,
that's a fact. That's a fact.
Like you only get so much leeway. And that's really what happened. And she's talking about being invited to the cookout. But jokingly, that's true. Like at a certain point, like people are gonna be like, nah, dude, I can't roll with you anymore.
That's a fact. And it took a lot of people. It took a lot of people a while to do that, including Charlemagne, because Charlemagne literally flew out to Wyoming to have an interview with this man. You know what I'm saying? But at this point, Charlemagne, like, I can't do this no more.
Hold on. Why are you saying he's being influenced if you're not giving part of the blame to someone else? That's the same thing as giving excuse to him. Because if somebody hold on. If somebody come up to me, and if I have a friend that's constantly asking me to smoke cigarettes, it is my choice to if I decide to smoke the cigarette.
Correct.
I am a grown man. I got my wits about me.
Yes.
And you can say whatever you want about Kanye West's mental instability, but he got his wits enough about him to manipulate what's going on. All right.
He does.
So he knows what he's doing, and he has decided to do what he's doing. So, Candace Owens could say blah 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 to him. Okay, cool. You got to make the choice that you gonna say it.
Yes, but again, this all goes with exactly what I've been saying this whole time. I'm sure that's Danny saying this. So let me put that back up. Why are you saying he's being influenced if you're not giving part of the blame to someone else? That's the same thing as giving him an excuse to me. It is not. That's not an excuse. Again, two things can be true at the same time. Maybe we should do a show on whether or not two things can be true at the same time.
No, I understand what you're saying about two things being true. Like, I get what you're saying. I'm
not even talking to you.
you.
I'm responding to this comment, which I'm assuming is by Danny. Two things can be true at the same time, Danny. Both of them can be true. It's not an excuse. Again, there was no excuse for what the Capitol rioters were doing. They had a reason, and their reason was Trump told them to. They believed that the election was stolen, which is why they were going in there and they were going to hang Mike Pence and do everything else that Trump had gassed them up to do. Right? That was their reason. You could say it's an excuse. It's not. I don't think the judge thought it was an excuse. He just listened to it. Was like, I don't care. You did that dumbish. So it is what it is. You can get this time. Boom. That's what it is. Is old buddy still responsible? He sure is. You know what I'm saying? The Joker in the Joker movie. He inspired people to go out there and wild out and put on masks and go be crazy. He inspired them. Does that mean the people that did the crimes aren't responsible and the Joker has no responsibility too? It's both. Both. You know what I'm saying? Like if I'm in a gang and my OG says, "Yo, go rob that person," right? I still have a choice to make. Now he could like put a gun to my head, but let's assume he doesn't put a gun to your head. He just tells you as your OG, "Yo, you got to go rob this person to be down with us, whatever." That ultimate decision is still up to you, but he literally told you to go commit a crime, right? So he still has some responsibility in this situation because he told you to commit the crime and you decided to commit the crime. Both are guilty. Both of you are guilty. It just has it's a different statute that would be used against the OG versus the guy that went and did the crime. It's a different statute, but you still are a part of it. The whole thought process of RICO in law, it comes down to this. You know what I'm saying? There's other different spaces where influence or telling somebody but not directly telling them, all of those things are all a part of this. All I'm saying is in this situation, Candace Owens is playing this dude and he's going for it easily. One, because he's a narcissist, and two, because he likes being he has a savior complex. He wants to feel like I'm the only one that would take this on. I'm the only one brave enough to do this. He's literally said these things out of his mouth. I'm not making it up. I'm not pulling that out of the air. He said it countless times. Countless. Even in the last few weeks, the last few months, he tells you why he's doing the things he's doing. He told you why he put on the White Lives Matter shirt. His very concise answer was because it's true. And then when he went into his when he went on Drink Champs, he said, "Well, if the culture wanted me to hold them down, then they should have held me down when Kim and them was keeping me away from my kids." Nonsense, right? It sounds insane. It sounds ridiculous, but that's what the man said. But he's telling you directly, "This is why I did this. This is why I did that." In all of these situations, there's gonna be another influence that can influence him to do these things, but especially if he is indeed bipolar, which none of us know, but he said he is. And to me, again, the point where I became convinced that he could be is the interview in the Oval Office with Donald Trump. If you watch that and then you go look up what bipolar means and what mania means, I'm just saying, you can determine it for yourself. I'm not a mental health professional, but I can read, I can listen and comprehend. You know what I'm saying? And then make interpretations based on that new information. And it, it could be true. You know what I'm saying? Will I ever know? I don't know, because it's hard to diagnose being bipolar anyway. That was said in the video too, and any psychiatrist will tell you that. So, you know, that's why I'm saying, like, all of it, part of this entire conversation, like the weight of this conversation is in, can two things be true at the same time? That's what it seems like to me. This conversation is boiling down to whether two things can be true at the same time. It's like, somebody asked me this, I won't say who, maybe 2 weeks ago. If you are in love, they were talking about a man with a woman. If you love your spouse, girlfriend, I don't care, significant other, if you love them, does it mean that you don't love them because you cheated on them? Maybe we should do a show on that. If you love your spouse or your significant other, does it mean that you don't love them because you cheated on them?
Is that a question for me?
Yes.
If we're going by the definition of would you consider love? No, that means you don't love them.
Oh. Wow. Yeah, we're gonna have to have that conversation too.
I mean, I'm down. We do it, but I mean,
that's a deep well right there.
Can I tell you why?
Very. That's simply. Almost like a disappointment thing. Like if you disappoint somebody that you say that you love.
No. That's two different things.
If you hurt them,
different things. No. It's two different things.
If you hurt,
because I can hold on. No. I got you. I'm gonna get you on this because I can do something that hurts you, but I didn't mean to hurt you. You know what I'm saying? Like I could say blah blah blah, and then like I might not have looked at it as something that was hurtful, but you thought it was hurtful.
Yes.
Right? Whereas like infidelity, there are steps to infidelity. You feel me? Where you have the opportunity to turn back. Yeah. There are way too many steps. And you, how many steps you need?
I'm saying
how many steps you need?
It can happen quickly.
You gotta go someplace. You gotta go someplace. You gotta go someplace where you can do it.
Not all the time. I'm not lying, bro. That's how dudes be getting caught up.
But once again, though, that's something knowingly hurting. You're knowingly doing it.
Okay.
Am I wrong? Unless we talking rape, and that's not cheating, that's assault.
No.
Like you know what you're doing. If
no,
you
are. Yeah, no,
you know what you're doing.
No question about it. But I really would love to have that conversation.
We can keep it going, but I gotta get off, man. I'm starving. Dude.
Yeah, no, I really want to come back to that conversation. Next week. This is our last week streaming from this platform. We'll be streaming from Agents of Geekdom next week on YouTube, Twitch. You just type in Agents of Geekdom, it'll come up. If you haven't already subscribed to them, do that now. I will make sure I remind you guys throughout the week. But we will be streaming from Agents of Geekdom next week. Same time, same day. Next week we'll have Tyler Forrest Martin on. I don't know if it's going to be knockdown, drag out, or just like a small quibble. You know, I don't know. You never know. But
I'm going to keep my. I'm telling you, I'm not getting in it. I'm gonna try not to get in it. I'm gonna do my. I'm gonna have to mute it. I'm gonna have to mute my mic and just talk and just say what I gotta say,
bro. No, why are you playing yourself? You know you got.
I'm trying not to.
Why? For what?
Trying. Because, man, I feel like people have heard enough of what I feel about this topic.
I have, but
I'm not. I mean, I've heard enough about everybody. Honestly, I heard enough about everybody's. Although he made a good point today, except the end of the point. But overall, he made a good point. 3 Thunderbolt Rosses. We've had 3. We're gonna have 3.
Are you comparing Thunderbolt Ross to Black Panther? Really?
Both fictional characters, yes.
It's not really the same.
Not real people. They're fictional characters. They're roles that actors play on the TV.
Yeah, but it's not. You know better than that.
Pretty much the same. They're both comic book characters. Both been around for a long time. You've had 3 of them. You've had 3 of them. Is anything I said wrong? Did I say anything wrong? All right. Y'all have a good evening. I'll holler at you.
Next week, Agents of Geekdom. I don't know that we have officially declared what the topic is going to be for next week. Tyler suggested one, and I think we may go with that. Since he's the guest, we may just roll with that joint. But it should be an exciting show. I might circle back to this conversation we just had. Because I think there's a lot of meat on that bone there. You know what I'm saying? If you love somebody, you cheat, does that mean you don't love them? That's a good conversation right there. It's gonna make people upset probably, but you guys know I don't. Growth comes from stuff like that. But yes, again, one last time, Agents of Geekdom next week. Go on YouTube right now. Type in Agents of Geekdom, subscribe there, and you will see us and every other show that we'll be joining on that network daily. We have a show literally every day, Monday through Saturday at least, but I think Sunday too. I think we have literally a different show every day on Agents of Geekdom every day. So you can go to YouTube and watch it. You can go to Twitch. Agents of Geekdom, the name is the same, and we'll be there every Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time as usual. I appreciate y'all for listening to us as usual. Thank you guys so much. Make sure y'all go. I think I got it up here. Visually Stoked. Yep. Make sure y'all hit Javon's website so you can make sure you know what's going on with him and the Comic Cons he's got going on. I know he's going to Baltimore Comic Con. That's the next one that he's going to be at. We're working on something special, or about to be. Javon's been trying to put it together, and I'm not team. I'm technically team spoiler alert because Danny's my bro, but I don't like spoilers, so I'm not going to spoil anything. Just know that we're working on something. Our website, fourthwallpros.com/plus ultra takes you everything we have going on. Since you already listened to this podcast, if you like superhero stories or just storytelling at all, we had a Super Shorts podcast on iTunes, Spotify, and everywhere else you listen to podcasts, Anchor. We put out the first 2 episodes. I finished editing like a rough edit tonight for the 3rd episode. Hope to I'm gonna listen back through it, see if I want to add some bells and whistles, and that should be up tomorrow. The 3rd episode, join in, fully connected season, and join us there too and subscribe. Nicholas Stewart, what's up, Nicholas? Yes, but again, Agents of Geekdom next week, YouTube, Twitch. Make sure you go subscribe right now. That way you don't have to be reminded, even though I will remind you. We'll be there. Top 5 Live will be on Agents of Geekdom going forward. And yeah, like I said, great content every night there over there. So it should be dope. You know what I'm saying? Got great content every night. With that being said, I'm going to get up out of here, go find something to eat, and try to watch the second basketball game. I don't know if both basketball games are going right now at the same time, but regardless, I'll go do that. And I need to put like a warm compress on my eye because I feel like it's a sty or something trying to come, but I don't like it. Anyway, love y'all. See y'all next week.